Hello, welcome back to my channel. I started off this morning by packing an order, which I'm so grateful for. Thank you so much. So I just packaged this in like the normal way that I would package any orders. I haven't had too many orders recently, but to be honest, I haven't really been putting any effort into my Etsy shop or anything. In fact, I think I might just close the Etsy shop and maybe focus on like my own website or something. It's something that I'm still trying to just work out at the moment. But I packaged up this order, and recently I've been using like a glassine paper to package the orders, just because I felt that this was like more sustainable than wrapping the prints in plastic. So this is what I opted for, because it is like kind of water resistant, I believe, and it's also fully recyclable, which is super important for me. Recently, I've also been doing quite a lot of research into lino printing as a medium and looking at lino printing artists and trying to like gain inspiration from like really famous lino print artists. So I've been looking at so many different people, and today I had been specifically looking at some different pieces of work which I found in an article about the history of lino printing. I will leave it linked in the description below if you wanted to have a look, because I found it so interesting, and I've been wanting to learn more about printmaking as a medium and the history of it and things, because I think that these are all things that will hopefully influence my work for the better and just create like a better understanding of lino printing. So I found this piece by Horace Brodsky. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm really sorry if I'm not. And I was just really inspired by like the black border and the square shape of the block, and also the use of negative space in the block, which is something that I really liked. So I used this as inspiration along with a couple of others that I found, and I did a couple of like sketches. I like to sketch with drawing ink, so I was taking the idea of doing a square lino block, because I don't know if I've ever done a square lino block before. I literally can't remember off the top of my head, but I was taking this idea and the idea of the border, and then using some reference photos of plants that I took when I was in Paris just to create this kind of rough design. And I did some sketches of the leaves and the plants that I wanted to use. I found it so inspirational to look at other artists' work and take inspiration from them. When I'm taking inspiration, the idea is not to copy their work, it's just to look at things that I really like. So I liked the square shape of the block and also the border around the block. I have done a couple of borders on some of my prints in the past. Honestly, I'm not the best at it because I'm not the most patient at getting the lines completely straight. But I actually decided that it doesn't matter if the lines are completely straight, because I think that fits in better with my style and my way of working, which is a lot more free and a lot looser. I also looked at some of Matisse's work just because I love the like block outlines of leaves. I just think that they are so beautiful, and also the use of different colours I find really inspiring. So I've just been really enjoying kind of researching and getting lost in researching different lino prints and different artists, just to give myself so much inspiration. But I wanted to look at some older lino blocks and really take inspiration from where lino printing kind of came from. I looked at the sort of whole of the history of lino printing in a really, to be fair, it was very brief and I would like to do more research on it, but I just wanted to gain a better understanding of how there was a transition from wood block into lino block. And then researching different artists was definitely one of my favourite things. A lot of the artists that the article mentioned often used a lot of colour and different layers of ink in their work, which I really liked, and that is also something that I would like to explore. I am hoping to print this block in probably just a single block colour, or maybe do a gradient or something, but I just really liked the use of colour that I found, and it was just really inspiring for me, so I really wanted to share that. For this lino block, I actually drew originally onto the lino block with pencil, but I wanted to go over it in the drawing ink so that when I carve it, it has more of a kind of painted feel and the lines feel a little bit looser, or that's what I'm hoping anyway. Sometimes I find when I just draw with pencil or pen and I carve that out, the lines come across a little bit rigid and less flowy, so I just really like the kind of outcome that it produces drawing on the block with drawing ink. I think it's so much more free, and I just love to draw leaves and flowers in drawing ink. I think that they come out really delicate and beautiful, and it's also a bit more of the ink kind of flows a bit better when you are drawing with it, so you can get these really soft smooth lines. So that's why I chose to do drawing ink over the top of the pencil. Because this lino block wasn't very big, I was actually able to get it finished today. It did take quite a long time doing all the preparation work for it, but the actual carving itself didn't take very long just because there wasn't too much negative space on the design. Hopefully I'm going to print it soon. I can't wait to see what it looks like printed. But thank you so much for watching me carve and following along with me carving this lino block. I really appreciate you watching, and I will see you really soon with a new video.